and trying to do something different in our community. Also, I brought some of my friends here. We got Alan Keon, who's a part of a nonprofit I work with. These young men are working on getting their things in order so they can, be a contributor to the community in a positive way. We don't really care about the past. Sometimes people hold us back because of our past, and it's like you can't get on your feet because they want to hold you down by bad decisions. But a lot of times we don't know how we got to that point. So the idea of this life businesses, I wanted to talk briefly about what that means and how that connects to all of us when we're trying to do business in our community. Okay, so in some of the thoughts I have, I think about like when we go to different parts of the city, and here in Atlanta, Georgia, we see a lot of different things. We see some areas look really nice and clean, and then you got some areas that seem like it's just having a hard time, getting people to come out and clean or support it, or even the attitude in the neighborhood is a little different. Some of us don't want to go into aggressive environments, especially when we got families and stuff. And so those things kill businesses, right? When you can't go down the street and feel comfortable at your gas station, just going in there to get some water, and you got a whole bunch of people hanging out that don't support the idea of doing positive things. So we can affect that, but at the same time, it affects us too. I want to speak about things like insurance. Some of us avoid that. We need that in business. And so as we move forward in this day, I just want to kind of give us an idea, stimulate ways of how we can help ourselves, help others, when it comes to our life. Sometimes our friends, we look at them one day. I don't think anybody gets up thinking they're going to die today. But at the same time, we deal with those moments when people are lost, and we be like, man, I just saw them yesterday, right? Now, even on a bigger scale, sometimes these people are like the breadwinner for their house. It might be like a single mother running her own thing, and she got kids at home, and then she died today. And like, let's say she was like, I am a entrepreneur, where you running the whole situation, and then you go down, that affects your family. That affects those children, especially if you're a single parent home, right? Who's gonna take care of them now? Right? Because we operate our homes like a business too. We get like a comfortable rhythm going. We send the kids off to school at a certain time, and we got to go to work at a certain time or run our business at a certain time. We create this routine, but if we're major players in our routine and we get taken out, what does that do for our business? Right? The business of our home, the business we have outside in the community, what does that really do? You could have been a very positive influence to your community, and then you went out. Who's going to take your place? Like, we run around and we so passionate and we talk about all these good things we can do, but if we get taken out, the ones who got all the passion, all these good things and ideas they have, how do we keep it going? How do we keep this going? How do we keep our black business from dying? Right? Or the idea we have for our community, how do we keep that from dying? We gotta do a lot. We gotta do a lot for that. We gotta do a lot for that. We gotta figure out how to maybe teach the next generation. The reason why I wanted to bring these guys back, I want them to be exposed by all of you wonderful people. You understand? Because these are people that's doing things. Like, everybody in here is doing something. Everybody. Mark does web. Gayla has her own practice and products, and I do printing. Andre gonna have a smoke shop and some other business I'm pretty sure out there. So people in here are doing something, and we gotta expose our community to each other. Yeah, okay, let's look at this thing. We promoted this a little bit, and the crowd is a little light. But the cool part about the people that came here, these are people that want to do something. See, people talk all day long, and they get comfortable with their social media likes and stuff like that. But when you call them out to come out and do something positive, we can't sometimes find that support. But I'm not going to call people out for that. What I'm going to focus on is the people that came today. Right? Because what's going to happen is we're going to be stimulated enough, like me and Gail are talking, because we already talking about trying to do something else. We'll get that figured out. This is not all about me. This is about the people here, like, maybe she wants to use your service. Right? Or maybe outside of me, y'all figure out how to do a thing together because it's closely related. You understand? I want to bring people in a venue where we can figure out how to mingle in a way where we can do something together. Right? And give people the encouragement. It's all right to go back into your neighborhood that you moved out of and figure out what they need. You made it out. Figure out what they need. What did you need when you was on your path of making it out of your community? Becoming the best people you can be. What process did you develop or follow that helped you get out of your situation? If we don't figure out how to have a better mindset to work together, we kill our own community. Like a conversation I was having the other day, and I talked about when we get to a point where we feeling like we upscale now. You know how it goes. We get in there popping bottles and all that. But then we put up walls against our own community. We put up walls in our own community where people don't even feel comfortable enough to come ask you for help. They'll look at you, and because you don't think like that, you don't realize they stand on the side like, they ain't gonna help me. They ain't trying to do nothing for me. Use your business as a catapult I really want to put this more on the young, but use your business as a catapult for these young people. Let's go, instead of us comment on the churches in our community about what they do, let's walk to the door as a representative of our thing, your business, to the church in your area and say, well, what can I do with you guys related to what I got going on? Right? You know what's funny while I'm thinking about this idea? Because see, you can go to church, but some of them folks ain't going to admit to you they smoke cigars. Why? They're afraid to be who they are. This is why I respect God. This is what I tell people. Because I don't have no formal training that somebody induced on me. The training that I did get from a church environment came from my own desire. A lot of people don't know my background. I actually went to discipleship school. But see, what happens is, when they see me and I'm being myself, when I'm being myself, people come up with opinions about who you are, who you should be. You know what I'm saying? They're trying to formulate an idea of what Maurie is about sometimes. Fortunately for me, I love opinions, but I don't care about opinions. I don't take opinions in consideration, but at the same time, I have my own mindset. It takes for a person to stay long enough in a space to identify what a person may know. So when we doing this, when we putting each other in this environment, this is getting to know each other. We in a relax. Some people might want to sip on their thing, whatever. I don't care. That's you. We don't want to keep making walls because we feel like we get to a certain place in our development, and then we leave a whole generation behind. We got to be more active. I didn't conduct this thing to just come in here and just be talking. The reason why I'm going through the little extra to ask people to come out and vendor and stuff like that is because it's good for them to expose more people to what they do. Okay? That's how you keep the community alive. Like if I don't know you do this and you hurt for people to come in and shop, your business gonna die. or if we don't take each other and take the time to give each other a review on this social media now, guess what? Our business will die. Right? Because we so opinionated. That ain't my thing. I don't do that. I'm very open-minded. You can invite me pretty much to anything, I'll probably show up. Which is how it is. So, all I'm doing is encouraging us in these type of events, we're gonna do them monthly. I keep looking at James because he's one of my brothers. We started some stuff together, but the idea is to do this thing every month and create a momentum that'll help us link better together. And once we get a little more organized and figure out who wants to be a part of this, then we can start reaching out to you and say, hey, summer's coming up. It's gonna get busy. Do y'all need some help? I'll pay some of the cats to come to your thing, if that's what you need. But they here because I'm trying to tell you, this is real. We'll die. Sorry if I get emotional on this, because I really feel this. We will literally kill ourselves if we don't figure out how to help each other better.
Teach you right. Teach you right.
If we don't get like the few kids you know around you and invite them along, it's like even this day, I don't mind giving some suggestions for next time we do it again. Take that little young girl that you know, that's your niece or your, and bring them with you. You understand? Expose them to people that's doing things. All right? Somebody might be interested in what you do. Massages. You understand? Or how to do graphics. Stimulate me enough to get me in a setting where I can take time to teach those type of skills and immerse them in what I'm already doing, because I'm already doing business. I'm already selling things to people. I need people who can do administrative stuff and, you know, learn how to operate a machine. We'll find some cheap laptops and get them a laptop. You understand, and get it fixed so we can teach them how to use Word or something like that. There's some very intelligent people in this room today. It ain't hard. Make your money. Whatever you develop, it's cool. But as you do that, make way. Let's not talk and keep responding to these negative things that people send us on Facebook. Now they sending like horrible stuff. And when I see it, as soon as it hit my thing, I delete it. But I try to look for a second to see what mess they sending me. But then I think, like, they got time to sit here and just send out this kind of crap. You understand? What does that do for us? How is that really helping us? So the title I came up wasn't based on me. It was based on inspiration through the Holy Spirit when they interacting with me and giving me insight on things, you know. And I look around every day when I pass by and I see people, you know. It's funny, like one of the systems they got to kill us too, but people probably don't notice this. So, you know, like you go downtown and the bombs be asking for money. Sorry, homeless, or whatever the politically correct way to say that. But they got us so caught up on using the cards and stuff like that. If we don't catch cash, we don't carry cash, them folks they can't eat. Every time they ask me, I'd be like, man, I just got my card. I buy you something to eat. But like just giving the cash out now, they eliminate that now. We get used to cash out, credit card, these things that kills your community. People are dying on the streets because they can't get another meal. And it's just not older folks, it's young girls, young boys. People homeless out here. So my take on this, with this change agent idea, is just to inspire people's thought process that's already doing things. I meet a lot of great people. They intelligent, they run businesses, they show great intelligence, they show great business sense, but at the same time, they're so disconnected. Sometimes we so caught up on trying to create a fabulous lifestyle, we disconnect ourselves from each other. I'm trying to tell you, I see it. There's no mark on me, my friends, or anybody else, but I'm just saying. It's another way for us to do things, and this is what the idea of the change is get us together to stimulate our thoughts in what you're already doing. Not try to conform to my idea. Stay with your own agenda, but open it up more for people to be involved. Right? I had to go back and look at my network, and what my network was really just a whole bunch of friends that actually we surviving. Because as we get older, we notice more people leaving. So the people that we want to talk to much in high school, we find ourselves talking more to now because the numbers are shorter. So while people at the prime of doing things they're doing, like Yella reaching her great achievement as being a doctor, let's reach out to our friends and family and find out what they do and see how we can put that together. So I'm going to continue to do this monthly, right? It's going to be at different venues. Ultimately, we're going to get to where we're going to do an outdoor event where all the businesses, black business involved, be invited to do that. We want to do a back to school too for the kids. So I'm mentioning these things now, and if you have a hard time partnering with local nonprofits, or even if you feel uncomfortable because you don't maybe feel like they're going to do what you want them to achieve, we're going to create a outlet for that. You'll be able to call Brother Ken, myself, Mark, and say, hey, we're interested in being like, how can we do that? And we'll get together and we'll partner on it versus putting the weight on one person, and we'll make something happen in a community that needs it. Okay? So I appreciate y'all for listening to my 2 cents. Right? But it's just my investment on doing something I said I'm going to do. Right? Because y'all are some powerful set of brothers and sisters. And I know y'all touch a lot of people. I know y'all touch a lot of people. And so we got to be better at holding our friends and our other business partners accountable for some of these things they talk about in the community. That's wrong. Well, what you want to do, brother, sister? We just going to want to run out and give all the money to the next Black Panther they going to come over with? Or are we going to try to figure out how we can really make that vision a truth?
Come on now.
I'm just saying. You know, there's people out here need you on our level. Okay? So I did ask some folks to come out and bring. I want them to take the time to talk a little bit. This is a little intermission break, then we'll let the next person speak. But please do feel free to, if you want to, come talk about what you got. You want to come share?
Sure.
What you got going on?
Yeah.
Hey, Mark.
Yes, sir.
Flip her mic, or stay up there with her, or you just flip the mic so she's close.
Okay.
Or if you can stay up there with her, kind of interview style. Let us,
Yeah, okay.
That'll work.
Yeah.
So Dr. Gayla Gates.
Hey, everybody.
Hello.
Hey, thank y'all. I'm excited. Thank you for having us. I appreciate it. It's a lot we can be doing today, so I appreciate everybody for being here, and I'm excited. It's funny because Maurie and I met through his mom.
Yeah.
Because I used to take care of her in the office. I'm a family physician. I'm from Atlanta. I am all about Atlanta. I've seen the changes. I've seen the great things that have happened. I left my training in medicine was in the Midwest, in Ohio. So when I came back home, I was like, what? There's a lot of stuff going on in Atlanta. I took care of a lot of people there, but when I got home, I started taking care of our population of people. And I realized that we're just as sick or sicker than the poorest of the poor, even though we have insurance, okay? There's a lot going on in the office. High blood pressure, diabetes, all this stuff still play in our community, even though we have the insurance, even though we have the resources, the money and all that. And I couldn't understand that. So the reason why I decided to do what I've done now, I was a traditional physician, but my interest is healing. When I saw my massage folks here, I knew, okay, we in the right place. Because there's a lot going on right now with our health because we're detached from our health, right? The same way we were detached from the money issue, we're detached from our health. It's okay to be sick. Everybody's identifying with their diseases, right? It becomes a part of your story, becomes a part of your victim story. And I'm just here today to share with you that you don't have to be that way. The biggest thing that I see, we're talking about life and death of business, but I'm thinking about the life and death of the entrepreneur. Because if you're working hard and you're doing what you can for your business, are you really taking care of yourself too? Because if you're not, there is no business, right? There is no vision if you can't go through the process because you're stressed, because you're tired, because you're emotionally exhausted, right? It's a lot of stress when you don't have that guaranteed money every 2 weeks, right? Or if your friends are giving you negative energy. Or when I decided to go into the business part of it, I started doing some research and they said only 8% of people are interested in their own health. That's a lot to try to go against, right? When you're creating a business. If you want to create some other type of business, maybe they're 90% interested in that. But only 8% interested in their health. Each one of us has health challenges. We may not know about them, but we do. So finding a doctor, finding a healer, somebody that you can connect to is pretty much what I like to tell people to do. If you don't like your doctor, find another one. If you don't want to go to a clinic, that's fine. Find somebody you can talk to that can help you. I like to talk a little bit about our products because nutrition is one of the things that all of us have to think about no matter what we're doing. We have to be accountable to what we put in our bodies. And has anybody in here heard of moringa? The moringa tree? The moringa tree? Yeah. Have you heard of it? Have you tried it? Have you even tried a tea or anything that a moringa tree does? Exactly. You know, this is a packet of that tree. This is basically the tree of life, y'all. You drink this every day, it's going to change your life. So there's some little things that I can show you how to do to make your life better so that you have the energy to go the all-nighter, right? Or that when you're doing your books, you have focus and you're not drinking monster drinks and energy drinks and crap. Or if you're drinking a soda, that's killing you, right? There's some little things you can do to change your life just by putting this in a container and drinking it once a day, okay? And since there are so many men here too, I applaud you because now I got you. I can talk to you because the health of our gentlemen, guys, is scary because you don't want to go to the doctor. I don't blame you for somebody, okay? Because they're not necessarily interested in teaching you how to get better. They're interested in telling you what disease you have. I'm interested in healing, okay? Healing. What do we need? We need to change our mindsets. We got to work on our energy. We got to work on our nutrition. And just think about one thing you can do in your life to make it better. Whether that's drink water, whether that's get rid of the processed food, whether that's find somebody you can talk to offload the energy, right? Getting rid of all the negative people on your social media, whatever that means. Because you're holding in a lot and you're suffering. You're suffering. Women get breast cancer, men get prostate cancer because of all that you hold in that we can't release. I'm not here to talk to you as a physician about, I'm here as a person because I had to get my own healing. About 2 years ago, I left private practice right at the same time my mother died in my arms from lung cancer, okay? I was in an office the day she had a seizure taking care of somebody else's family. And I had to live with that, right? I had to go home and realize I couldn't be there for my own mom. I was stressed out and tired, wore out, had gained 50, 60 pounds. I didn't even look like myself. And the reason I did this was because I had to get better. I had to become a healing person myself. I had to get help. And I did. So for the last 2 years, I got away from it, y'all. Left the money, all of it behind to start from scratch. It ain't no joke, start from scratch.
Oh, man.
Start from scratch is not easy when you're used to the life. When you walking out the door and the devil says, I'm going to give you $200,000 and you tell them my sanity is not for sale, okay? That was not easy to do, but I knew I had to do it. I knew I had to do it so I could be here in my authentic self for you guys, okay? So this is moringa. We'll talk more about that later. I do have some other products. We have oils, you guys. If you've never tried essential oils, they can do a lot for you. if you get the right kind, right? You got to get the right kind. All oils aren't the same. You can't go to the stores and just pick one. You got to know what you're doing. So we can definitely talk about that. We have a great detoxing program because for some people, you don't realize you're not sick, you're toxic. You're not fat, you're toxic. And we can do those things. We can cleanse the body naturally. And then, of course, if you've heard about the new campaign, the Now We Know campaign for women's health, we're getting rid of all these toxins out of our feminine care products. We buy like crazy. It's millions of dollars being spent on products that are actually hurting us, and we don't even realize it. So that's where I come from. I appreciate the opportunity. But I do want to bring up Dexter real quick, my partner, because we do this together, you guys. It's not just about me. We've been together almost 2 years now, and we have a lifestyle choice of being healthy. So I just wanted to offer him a second to say a few words if that's okay.
Well, great. Give it up for my beautiful But it's awesome to be here. First of all, just to tell y'all, this is great. You know, I'm going to tell y'all real quick. I'm going to be brief. I can talk a lot. But the power of law of attraction. Gayla and I talk all the time about this type of stuff. Us coming together, empowering the community, each other, and just pouring into each other. You would be amazed the power, like Maurie said, in this room. Next week, we can be at Mercedes-Benz Stadium if we really realize the power is in all of us. And we pour in all of us. You know, I didn't know we was coming to this today. I really did. I was just coming with her. And when I started hearing Maurie talk, I've heard her mention Maurie before, you know, this great artist, you know, do all these great things. So, you know, but to hear him talk, I'm like, man, that's the exact same thing I'm preaching. And, you know, and it's more and more people out here with these same, the same idea, the same drive. If we just really put our souls and our hearts together and go out in the community like we're doing, you know, it doesn't matter what it is. And Gayla and I are grateful for this opportunity because, for one, and we know everything is a process. Don't think we've been these health and nutrition free for all our lives. I have ate at McDonald's before. I ain't there, no, I'm a real person, but, you know, it's been a process over time, slowly, and we're just here now to help our people do that because since I met her, and I've been on the journey, I give a lot of credit to her, but I've been on the journey way before I met her of getting healthy. You know, my background, I'm in entertainment and been out in Hollywood, so you know, you've been out of Hollywood. Somebody gonna talk to you about something healthy, you know, so I started finding out little things and learning different stuff, and I feel like we attracted each other because she was on a certain path after losing her mom, and I was on a certain path. And now, since we've been together, I don't know when the last time I've been sick. Last time I've been sick, I was probably in that little room where they have all the babies. But you know, yeah, that's probably our natural product. We don't take medicine. We don't do any of that stuff. And now it started out as us coming together as a couple, wanting to be healthy ourselves. But it's like that law of attraction. God just keep adding, whatever you want to call it, the universe, just keep adding stuff to your plate. Now we got something that can help everybody from top to bottom, literally from water inside your home. Now the feminine pad. Literally, I don't know if she really explained this. Literally, just this packet is all the nutrition your body needs. Literally, just put in some water. I call it nutrition on the go. If you ain't got nothing else, if you ain't got no money to go buy you no food or nothing, if you got this packet, you'll survive.
That's true.
That's how powerful this is, seriously. And there's no chemicals, no drugs, no side effects. All you're gonna do is feel good and look good. You know, so with this, and now you know with these pads, every woman in America, especially our black women, you know, because you know, y'all, the government is all about making money. I'm going to just tell it like it is. It ain't about looking out for your best interest. But we got this black-owned company, some brothers came up with these pads. They started out in Asia. Now they over here and literally changing people's lives. We want people to try them so bad. We give them, listen, we just want you to take them out. Just let whoever you know and love try them. So we got passed for $6. We literally just want people to take them and let everybody try them. So listen, we're grateful for the opportunity, Maurie. Glad to team up with you. I look forward to seeing it growing and expanding. And we're all powerful. I have this movement that that I'm starting called the Unbreakable Movement. And we all are unbreakable because we all have had trials, tribulations, gone through stuff, and you still here. We all are unbreakable, and it's time for us to spread that message and let everybody know out there that they are too, because people look like zombies walking up and down the street. So thank y'all.
Yep.